how you can teach the preschoolers and what you can teach them. Letters basically. So in your classroom, you want to start with them with the lowercase letters. These are the lowercase letters, not the uppercase letter, because these are easy to identify when they are reading books. So you want to start with the lowercase letters, and then you move on to the uppercase letters, because these are so difficult for them to know at age 3. If they get receive more exposures through these letters, it's gonna help them a lot. So again, today in the sensory bin, I have tweezers. You can have two in there. Two kids can play in here. I was gonna do that with the alphabet. I only have probably 5 of them with the same color. So again, if you have different colors, you can do that. I use my paper toilet tube. I just painted these this morning, as you can see. And I'm gonna put them in the sensory bin. Different colors. I have green, I have orange, I have blue, red, and I have yellow. So you just put them in the sensory bin. What they're gonna do is they're gonna sort the letters for you based on the colors. So they have the tweezers. They're gonna ask them, what is this? They're gonna tell you, because this is so hard again, because it's the lowercase. They're having a hard time with identifying the lowercase. So you can tell them the letter. This is Z, and you tell them the sound Z, and then you take the letters, you put it inside the tube. This is N. Well, this is U, not N. This is U. And what color is this? You ask them the question. They're gonna say red. What are some of the words that start with the letter U? Umbrella, unicorn. So you just put them in there. So that's the conversation you're having with them. And then letter J, J, J. And then you just put the J in there, which is red. So they can do whatever color they want, but I'm gonna do all red first. V, V, violin, violet. So and then you put them in there. And then we have I or L, lamp. So we're gonna put the L in there. And then we have E, elephant or egg, eh, eh, and we just put them in there. And then we put the next color, which is yellow. We have C, lowercase c. You put them in there. Something that start with the letter S, we can say the sun start with letter S. So we just put that in there. And then we have U again. U. And then we'll just put that on there. I don't have all the letters because I have mostly uppercase letters. But if you have all of them in the class, you could put all of them in the sensory bin for them to play with. T, t, t. You put the T in there. And we have B, B. Put the B. I don't think I have all the colors, but that's okay. Whatever you have to use it. And I have I. You put the I in there. And then I have H. And we'll put the H in there. Let's see if it's filled up. So I think that's all the yellow. The next one will be green. We have X. Put the X in A. Kangaroo, kite. They'll start with letter K. And then I have L again. Lion. And then we have O. And then Y. Y. And then D. D. So we'll put that in there. And then I. We put the I in there. I have a few more letters left. I have G, G. I'm gonna put that in the orange. What color is that? It's orange. A, and then I have N, N. We'll put the N in there. S. It goes in that orange one. R, row. We'll put the R in there. L, we have two colors for the L. So I'm gonna show you one other thing too. You can ask them to pick up the kinetic sand. This is a kinetic sand. That's what it looks like. It's not loose. It's very sticky, where they can pick up a few, put it in their hand like this, and pat it like they're playing with the Play-Doh, and trace the letter as they play. They can trace it and make the letters like that. They can make the letter looking like that. So very important to have kinetic sand in your classroom because it's it's very nice. It's very good, very soothing. Something they can play with. They will not make a mess in your classroom because they can pick it up. It'll come up from the floor. So again, two things you could do with this activity is having them trace the letter you in the sand, as well as sorting them out. M, and then R, row. So leave this on the table for them to play with. They're supposed to have a lot of sensory in the classroom. You're supposed to have a sensory centers in your classroom. That way they can play. You want to make sure it's open every day so they can play, have fun with their friends, and you come over, you support them as they're learning centers. So important that children have a lot of hands-on activity in the classroom where you can ask them questions and support their language skills. Again, it's all about language, vocabulary skills, also to get them to talk before they go to kindergarten. All right, that's it for now. I will see you in the next video, friends. See you later if you want to join us on YouTube again this afternoon. Bye for now.